So I just want to make this little video really quick in the spirit of Halloween, even though it's not even close to Halloween. It's the 6th when I'm recording this, but you know, who knows when I will upload it. But I was watching somebody make fun of like those like Nuke Top 5 like chills, you know what I mean, like those types of paranormal stuff, and it just reminded me, I'm just like, oh yeah, something really spooky happened in, I believe, wait, when did it happen? Hang on, I need to go to my camera roll so I could see the details of when I took the photo. July 12th, 2025. So yeah, earlier this year, something spooky happened, and it has nothing to do with the paranormal or anything of that sort. I wasn't worried that a fucking, like, I don't know, a skinwalker or some shit was gonna come around the corner and smite me. That made no sense. I don't think skinwalkers smite people. But basically, what happened was, right, in July, I went on a camping trip with my mom and my siblings, obviously. We had this really shitty tent that, like, was broken. We borrowed it from somebody for the camping trip, and it was just, it was horrible. I did not sleep that entire camping trip. It sucked, dude. That tent was horrible. But we went to a campsite that was, like, right next to a water safari, and, I think it was Old Forge, actually. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was just a spooky thing. So there was like these shower rooms, right? So basically, in the middle of the night, since I couldn't sleep, I went outside of the tent, and obviously it was pitch fucking black, and my phone had barely any charge. So, you know, I was using my flashlight sparingly because I didn't want to use up my phone's battery, because obviously out in the woods there is no fucking outlets anywhere. It's not like I could just charge my phone wherever I wanted. So I got out of the tent in the middle of the night because I had a headache, right? Because we were swimming and stuff, and you know, we were outside all day, and I couldn't get any sleep. I was laying on a hard ass floor with like tiny breathing room because my brother didn't want to sleep in it, even though it was meant for him. So it was like this little like alcove in like the tent where like a child was supposed to sleep. Yeah, that's where I slept. So I was sleeping in there, and I was struggling to breathe, and fucking my head was hurting like crazy. So what I did is I went out of the tent, and I was like, you know what, I think I know what will help. It's not gonna be the best because obviously you need to bring your own soap and shit, so it's not like I'm expecting to take a full-on proper shower. I'm gonna go, and obviously there's no ibuprofen or Tylenol or anything around here, so I'm gonna see if taking a shower, or at least sitting in like warm, like steamy water and shit, would actually help with the headache, because usually that does help me whenever I do have a headache. Obviously it's pitch black, and I've never been to Old Forge before. It's like dark as shit. I don't know where to go. The only thing I'm relying on is I have a picture of the map. Yeah, I have a picture of the map, and I believe that the red circle there is where our lot was. I think that's where we were staying. And obviously the lodge where it starts, that's with the entrance, obviously. But I was walking there, and you could see in this photo, I'm gonna pull up a photo. I took like 2 photos, and both of them, as you can see, it's fucking pitch black. The only thing lighting up the area at all was both my flashlight and the like the cabins. There's a couple of cabins, and the cabins had like door lights. Other than that, it was pitch black. And the reason it was scary is because of the fact that not only was it like sprinkling, so it was like kind of raining, but also it's quiet as hell compared to earlier in the day where, you know, you could hear everybody talking and shit. Because, you know, it was like 3 in the morning. I was walking to the bathroom, or not the bathroom, but the showers, and for some reason I just suddenly got on edge, because you know, I know there's bears and shit up there, and I was like, well, a bear can come out any moment, and it could murder me. So I was just like, unrealistically, because I don't think a bear would just randomly attack you. I feel like they only attack if they like feel threatened or something. I don't know how fucking bears work. But I suddenly got like super on edge, and I didn't know where to go to get to the showers at first. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna look for the sign. I'm gonna look for signs up on the posts and shit, and you know, I'm gonna have to use my flashlight sparingly. So I was walking in the dark for the majority of the time, but whenever I did see a sign, I stopped to look at it, and I was like, okay, so I think I'm going the right way. But I was out there walking for like 30 minutes up to like an hour and at like 3 in the morning at a campsite in the pitch black where bears are. So you can imagine it was pretty spooky. But I got into the showers. I took the shower. I was like, oh, I feel a little bit better. Headache's still there, but it's just uncomfortable. It's not like pounding like it was earlier. I go out there, like out of the shower, and obviously I'm the only one in there, so I just hear like water dripping and like, you know, it's just dark outside. I can't see shit outside the windows, and it's just really spooky ambience, you know, or ambiance, however you want to pronounce that word. And I was just standing in the shower room. I was like, I don't really want to leave. I feel safe in here. I'm not gonna lie, there was a point where I was so scared of something that is like coming around the corner, like a bear coming around the corner, because I was hearing sounds while I was walking. I failed to mention that, but I heard like a bunch of like sounds and shit in the distance. That's why I was kind of like freaked out walking there. But I was staying inside of that little shower area for like a good 30 minutes before I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out now. And I was walking my ass back, and I shit you not, I heard a bear doing its like bear sounds, like the raw sounds in the distance, and I heard like twigs cracking and like leaves and shit. And I shit you not, my fucking, I nearly shat my pants. I was like maybe 5 minutes away from where we were staying, and I was like, fuck that. But I didn't do the dumb thing, or at least I don't know if this is dumb or not, but I didn't start sprinting. Instead, I was like playing a fucking Assassin's Creed, Hitman, Far Cry motherfucking game, and I deadass was crouching like I was about to do a fucking stealth mission. I was like, okay, I just gotta be very quiet. I don't know where this animal is, but I don't want to encounter it, because I don't want to fucking die. But yeah, obviously I'm here and I'm fine, you know, so I did make it back to the tent, and I did get back inside of it. My headache never went away, and I was still in the fucking tent, but you know, at least I felt a little better, and I was in pajamas this time. And yeah, next morning, my parents were asking like, who was going in and out of the tent constantly, because I had to go outside the tent a couple of times because I wanted to take breathers, because you know, I couldn't breathe really properly in there. So I went outside the tent to, you know, get some air. And I was like, oh, I did. And then I explained to them what happened, where I was like going out at like 3 in the morning to walk all the way to the showers to take a shower. And they told me later that day that apparently there was, in fact, a bear, and it was like, I don't know, like trying to get into somebody's cabin or something like that. I don't remember what exactly the bear was doing, but I knew it, bro. And I just, you know, for some reason, like as soon as I was like on my way to the showers, I was like, there's gonna be a bear or something around any of these corners. I am not prepared for that. So yeah, kind of a short story, and honestly it was kind of out of my own stupidity. Like, who the hell's gonna go out in the middle of the woods on a campground at fucking 3 in the morning to take a shower? Nobody but me would do that. So that's kind of on me. Even if I did die, like even if I were to get eaten or some shit, or like fucking mauled by a bear, it would have been to my own stupidity. That was just one of the scariest moments of my life. It was nothing special, but it was still spooky as hell. That's about it. That's just a spooky little story about me being dumb sometime in the summer of July during a water safari camping trip. We were only out there for 1 day, but yeah. And that's pretty much it, so goodbye.